Imagine how far you would go if you didn't give up.
What's up, Reject Society? Here with a Fourth Wing video. Shout out my nigga Darian. He let me use his Audible account to read Fourth Wing. I'm a gaming channel, but yeah, I am talking about Fourth Wing real quick. If you fuck with Fourth Wing, cool. If you don't, spoiler warning. If you fuck with Fourth Wing, I'm currently on the second book. I'm finna be talking about the little bit of the second book I done read. Even though it's not a little bit, it's actually a few hours, but they're books, so they long as shit. Currently, they are, spoiler warning, spoiler warning, spoiler warning. They are in prison. They not in prison, but they getting ready to do the interrogation thing. So they just got in. They gave them some biscuits and some shit to drink, but they not drinking it because they know it's gonna fuck up their bond with their dragons. Thoughts on the second book so far? Cause I done tried this a few times and I realized, yo, this shit ain't gonna work. And it's not gonna work because it was so much that happened in the first book, and I was trying to talk about the first book and characters. And just to keep it brief, I fuck with characters, I fuck with dragons, like that concept. I fuck with the plot. Sex scenes are kind of meh. Like it's gotten old, and hearing her glaze and it's kind of gotten old. Signets are cool. I thought the trials was cool. Threshing was my favorite part. 2 blood dragons. Violet is broken. Broken signet. Link to Zayden. Broken pair. Okay. Second book. Okay, my thoughts on the second book so far. Second book has been more enjoyable than the first, definitely. But I enjoyed the first towards the latter half because naturally they got to build it up. But second book has been good. They returned from wherever they was when she found out Brennan was alive, right? So they returned. I was confused about that at first, but I guess I realized that I guess Violet still got to continue her school life. So she went back to school. It is not going to be one of the videos where I'm basically just recapping the story. I'm kind of doing this for myself to just understand where I'm going. But she get back to school, and she just continued with school life. And so really so far this book has just been, after the battle happened, that's like the information Violet and the marked ones have. It's information they're not supposed to have. So this book has just really been her trying her best. Should have brought some water. Hold on. Okay, so as I was saying, this book has basically just been Violet trying to hide shit from her friends and from really everybody at Basgaiath. Because once again, she has information she isn't supposed to have. A few people know low key. The big thing with Violet has been it's a lot. She realized like it's basically that the teachers and shit at Basgaiath, it's like they hiding that shit from the students that's there. So obviously she has a fucking problem with that because it's leading to basically people not knowing what they fighting, and they just lying to them. And because really it's not even like the Griffin Riders ain't even that bad. They out there trying to protect the civilians, I think. Not that they not fighting Griffin Riders, I'm not sure. Like the people that buy like the riders are probably fighting Griffin Riders. Yes. They probably are fighting them. But basically the point, they probably are fighting them, but they not the main enemy. They are the enemy, sort of, but the Venin are the enemy as well. But really, the Venin are like the big threat. Spoilers for Game of Thrones. You know how like in Game of Thrones you had them like what was they called? Windwalkers? Whatever them ice blue niggas was in Game of Thrones. It's been years since I watched that. The Venin are basically like them niggas, right? So I think eventually, I'm currently on the book too. Like I probably got like 18 hours left. Eventually, I think Riders and Griffin Riders gonna team up and they gonna be fighting the Venin. Boom. Okay. But that's what it's been. It's just been that. Most of the book has been Violet hiding her information from her friends because it will put her and them at risk. She been doing research on the wards. All that shit. Like going to the archives, trying not to get caught. It's been a lot of her and Justinia, cause she get in the books from Justinia not recording, Violet getting the books. Violet is getting a book that she not supposed to get. They both fucking up. They both doing shit they not supposed to be doing. So, that's that. Zayden, and I'm just speaking on what's currently happening in the book. And naturally, my thoughts will come in as I talk about things that happen in the book. But Zayden, obviously that shit still going on with Violet and Zayden, where Zayden is withholding information. To be honest, rightfully, he withholding information from Violet, and it's probably the best thing for her because she already is struggling to hide information from her friends now, and she's slipping up slowly, and she's cracking. She's cracking, like, especially when she talks to Rihanna, because it's different when your friends don't care and they not picking up on the fact that you know shit. Cause like Riddick and Sawyer, they not constantly questioning Violet about this information, but Rihanna been on her ass for like, I don't want to say the entire book, but basically ever since you know what, low key the entire book so far, the second book, because ever since she got back to Basgaiath, so really ever since she got back to Basgaiath, and she been spending more time with the marked ones, aka Imogen, Garrick, Bodhi, because Zayden ain't there no more because he a lieutenant. He had an outpost. It's just a lot of, because I mean, to be fair, Violet is doing odd shit. Because you gotta think about the first book. Violet did not fuck with the marked ones. Imogen dislocated her shoulder or her arm or whatever. Zayden killed what happened? They thought that was it Zayden's father. They thought Zayden's father killed Brennan. And Violet's mother killed Zayden's father. I forgot what happened, but basically there is family beef. There's family beef. So of course Rihanna gonna think it's weird. So obviously when Violet started spending time with them and shit, Rihanna obviously not knowing what's going on, she like, what the fuck? And then it's also Violet is not talking to Rihanna. So of course Rihanna gonna be like, okay, she not talking to me, her best friend, but she fucking with them. What the fuck is going on? She acting weird. She hiding something. I need to know what it is. Why is she not telling me? Right? So basically, Rihanna been pressing that shit out of her. She been getting information. Like, she almost slipped up recently when Varys pulled up on her and Rihanna when they was talking. She almost fucked up and said something. But Terrence stopped her right as she was about to. And then Varys pulled up. She was probably about to mention the venom. Okay? She's slipping up. So that brings me back to where I see why this nigga Zayden not giving her information. She can't fucking handle it. She can't handle all that information, bro. She can't. She can't handle all that information, bro. She can't handle it. That's why he not giving it to her. And she has the audacity to complain. I'm thinking about it now. She got the audacity to complain because that nigga don't want to give her. Like, come on, man. What even happened? Yeah, it's been a lot of that. Zayden want her to say I love you. Violet wants to fuck just as much as Zayden does, but I get it. She don't want to fucking, she not letting him get what he want if she can't get what she want. I like that. And they aren't giving up on each other because they actually like each other, but that's what's happening currently. Once again, just speaking on this book because it's easier. I kind of wish I would have did it in the first book, but so much happened that I can't speak on that. Rip Liam. Rip my goat. But yeah, I'll speak on other dynamics that are interesting. I already kind of spoke on Rihanna and Violet. I'll speak on Rihanna and Sloane now. I am very interested to see how that develops. That's Liam's little sister. Obviously, Violet is a Soaring Gale, so the Mark ones do not fuck with her. With the Rebellion relic, they don't fuck with her. They don't fuck with her, man. So, Sloane is under the assumption that Violet has something like malicious to do with Liam's death. Like she has some evil intent when that's not how it was at all. Which she found out recently that Violet did save her brother. Imogen told her that. But we'll see how that develops from there. But that's how it's been so far. But that is like one of the more recent things that happened. And then, Violet told Sloane, you need to lock in. Imogen gonna train you. Every time you train with Imogen, I'll give you a letter that Liam wrote you. All that shit. So that's been really interesting. I'm very, very interested in seeing how that develops. Very interested. And then lost my train of thought. It's crazy, bro. Ulrich. That's not his real name, though. I forgot what his real name is already. But yes, you got him. He cool. Apparently, he, So it seemed like they was telling the readers that this nigga knows about the venom, hence why he is now in the Riders Quadrant, because he's not supposed to be there. He's the son of the king, I think. He's not supposed to be in the Riders Quadrant, but he is. Okay, but I think that's because he knows about the venom. Okay, he knows, so that's why he there. I think I mentioned how I'm happy. How I don't know if I mentioned that in the thing I tried to record before this, or if I mentioned it here, but I'll mention it again. I really fuck with Imogen. I'm starting to like her a lot because you got to think about it. She went from being the enemy to probably one of my favorite characters. I'm not gonna lie, I fuck with Imogen heavy, and I think it's because they was enemies at first. But I like her energy. I really like the dynamic she got with Violet. Like I'm enjoying seeing that develop as well. But yes, anything else? Bearish being a dickhead to Violet. Varish and Solus, I think your dragon name is. That's been not interesting, but just kind of annoying in a good way. Obviously, Varish is supposed to be annoying, but he almost made Violet burn out. The nigga been bitching about Andarna. Like, what the fuck is his problem? But I think it's because he know Violet knows something she's not supposed to know, so he's being a dick. And what else? And I mean, I guess Violet been getting ready for interrogation, and currently they are going through that now sooner than expected because she made it sound like it was. I thought it was going to low key be towards the end of the book. I'm glad we getting it earlier than that though. And is there anything else of note? Mira popped up. She talked to Mira for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Zayden and Violet got to go back and forth to each other because Zagale and Taryn can't be apart for more than 7 days, I think. I forgot what the days was, but they can't be apart for a long time. Is there anything else of note? Not really. Dane gave her some information saying that the scar that Zayden got on his back, her mama did that to him. I don't know how that's going to affect her, to be honest, but I don't know how that affects anything. But and I guess I'll talk about my hopes now, or what I'm looking forward to. Obviously, like I said, I'm looking forward to her relationship with Sloane, because I mean, for one, you picking the wrong one. Violet done came far. She went from being the weakest to one of the strongest, just because of her dragons. But I mean, she also is just becoming better at combat. Her body is becoming somewhat stronger because of Imogen. But yeah, I'm interested to see how Sloane and Violet develop, because that definitely is like a mentor mentee type of relationship. Hopefully like a little sister type of thing, because in a way that's similar to, I don't know, it's odd seeing Violet be a figure that's looked up to, because she was so looked down upon in the first book. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an odd thing to see her respected, like in the Riders Quadrant. Like, that's a big deal, because she was so disrespected in the first book. So it's like, to see her go from being that to niggas saying, you really want to fight Violet? And like niggas saying like, or niggas wanting Violet to be a mentor, and she's actually a mentor. And that shit is only going to become more apparent as Violet, goes up in year. Like, once she a third year, it'll feel even more like that. She gonna be a potential wing leader. She gonna be a potential wing leader, bro. If Violet is a wing leader, bro, that shit would hit. But yeah, like, lost my train of thought. I be getting too hype and then I lose my train of thought. But yeah, like, I hope they get closer. It definitely is a mentor-mentee type of relationship. We can move on from that, because I think I'm gonna just keep saying the same shit over and over again. With Rihanna and Violet, I hope that eventually Violet tells Rihanna, which at this point it's an inevitability that she will tell Rihanna, because Rihanna keep asking, and Violet gets closer and closer to letting that shit rip every time she asks. Don't worry about the Netbeard. She get closer and closer every time Rihanna asks Violet get closer and closer to slipping. So naturally, she's probably gonna tell Rihanna. And do I think Rihanna is gonna betray Violet if she gets that information? No, but if she does, that'll hurt me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be sad about that. Like, if Rihanna actually do Violet like that, I'm going to be pissed and so hurt, because that's one person I do not expect that from. Okay? I don't even really expect that from Riddick and Sawyer. If either of them did that, it would be on accident. They would let it slip on accident. Okay. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And I want their relationship to get back right. Like, but it'll only get right once she can tell her everything. It's a lot of distrust. Zayden not telling her, she not telling Rihanna. And I get it, but that's fucking up relationships. It's fucking shit up. I mean, obviously I want Zayden and Violet to get over this trust bullshit because that's getting old too. Niggas, you gonna tell her or not? Is you gonna let them fuck or what, Violet? Like, what are we doing? They keep. Are you gonna say the three little words as he say? Are you gonna fucking do it? You know, like, and what else? I mean, I want to see more Mira. I want to see more Brennan, but I know that'll come. I want to see Varys get smoked. I'm really interested in this interrogation shit that's about to happen. I was reading last night. Currently jobless. It was like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. I was reading. Right? Might have a job soon though. But I was reading and my fucking headphones went dead, bro. And my phone about to go dead too. So I had to stop reading for that morning, basically. But I'm gonna read some probably today or tomorrow. I don't know. But you know, I'm ready to see this interrogation shit. I want to see how Violet handles that. Weak bones. But I think Violet got that. I think she got that. Now I'm worried about that if they're gonna actually try to kill Violet. Because Aiden wasn't wrong when he said that. He was like, they gonna try to kill you if they do this. And I was like, that nigga's not wrong. They will definitely try to smoke you if they get the chance. You know, like they would definitely try to do that shit. So yeah, man. I'm definitely interested to see that. I think I said I want to see Varys get smoked already, but I don't know how that's gonna play out. But I think what I mainly want, I want more people to get brought into the fold. I want more people to get brought into the fold, and in the fold is the niggas that know about the venom. I want more niggas to be brought into that. That's mainly what I want. I want more niggas to know. I'm tired of people hiding shit from each other, bro. I'm tired of that shit, bro. Let's get to the fighting back. Like let's get to that. Which I know that's probably far off, but let's get to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to see Andarna, black dragon coming from a gold feather tail. I think she's gonna be like a black dagger tail or something like that. But yo, Black Andarna, are we serious? Violet is broken. We don't even look, yo. I just thought about we don't even know what the signet is yet. Violet is gonna get 2 signets. Who else got 2 signets? She already got lightning. This character is broken. This character is broken. But is there anything else? They may fuck in this book, and I'm ready for it. You know, they may fuck in this book. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of those at this point. I find the actual plot to be much more interesting. And let me think, is there anything else? Do I think Justinia is gonna cheat? I mean, not cheat. Do I think she's gonna snitch? No. Do I think something's gonna happen to Justinia? Yes. Something is definitely gonna happen to her. I don't know what, but I do think something is gonna happen to her. She too nice in the cold world, bro. Well, she not a complete dumbass, but she ain't like that. She ain't like that. And she ain't around the right people. She know too much. She needs to be with Zayd and them. They can protect her. She needs to be over there with them. Not in Basgiath. Like, bro, she's fucked if they find out. Some shit going on with Nolan. Some been going on in like a back room in the infirmary. I don't know what. Some people think he just healing a bunch of people. Some people think it's torture. What do I think? I think they healing somebody over and over again, but they're torturing somebody. Kind of like the ghoul torture, where it's constant regeneration, so the torture lasts forever. Tokyo Ghoul. But this is Fourth Wing, so they have healers. The healer, Nolan, is probably healing them niggas as they get in torture. That's my read. And once again, is there anything else? Dane and Violet recently had like a fight on the mat. I think I told y'all what he told her already, but I'm hoping it wasn't like a secret touch he did, because I remember that first touch he did that got Liam killed. It flew by my head. I didn't even realize it until they said it. Okay. Also, Rip Nadine. That was also a surprise, but it flew by my head when he did that shit the first time. So I hope he didn't do nothing that's gonna slip by my head again. And honestly, I can't remember anything else right now. So I think that's how that's what's going on with me in Fourth Wing right now. I don't know if I'm gonna even post this, but that's what's going on with me in Fourth Wing. I'm enjoying it a lot. I fuck with Fourth Wing heavy. I would love an adaptation. I'm gonna be sad once I actually catch up. But yeah, Fourth Wing is cool. I fuck with it. And yeah, that's it, man. I just wanted to do this. I just wanted to let it all out. All right. Peace. Stay real.